Hey everyone out there, my name is Dee and I want to talk to you today about something that's very, very, very important and something that we can't avoid, unfortunately, in today's schooling systems. It's bullying. Now, bullying is a huge problem because it eventually results in all kinds of issues for kids, such as, having physical and mental abuse occur, and also, kids literally are killing themselves because of bullying. In fact, according to the CDC, suicide is the third most common cause of death among teenagers. That is a terrible statistic to think about. And if you think about it even more, what's crazy is that over 7% of all high school students have actually attempted suicide. Now think about that. That's beyond incomprehensible to me. And yet it's there, and there's a reason why that kind of stuff happens, and it usually comes down to things like bullying. Now, thankfully, there are wonderful online homeschooling programs that you can enroll in if you are a teen, or even if you're a grade school student, because bullying exists there too. Or if you're a parent of a kid who is getting bullied, you can go to places like, well, for instance, the Jubilee Academy. The Jubilee Academy, you can find out all about them at the jubileeacademy.org. Once again, that's the jubileeacademy.org. They're a Christian-based online homeschooling program, and in my estimation, the best there is. And the reason why I say that is because they are the antidote to bullying. Think about it. If you're at school all day and you're just trying to learn and get an education and you can't for whatever reason, because kids don't like how you look, or maybe because of your faith, or because of the fact that they're just jerks and they just want to bully you, because that's what sometimes kids do when they get all gregarious in groups and whatnot. You can have different choices besides the worst choices you can make, such as, suicide, or maybe turning to drugs or alcohol, or becoming a bully yourself even. There is a better way. The jubileeacademy.org is one of many places, although in my opinion it's the best. The reason why I say that, and I'm going to get a little personal here, is because when I was in high school, I definitely had an issue with getting bullied. I was bullied quite frequently because, as a believer in Jesus Christ, I was one of those people that, prayed over my meals during lunch and also during breakfast. And, of course, when I did that, I just got made fun of and harassed endlessly, because people couldn't even begin to fathom or understand why I would, thank God for the food I'm given. It was just beyond comprehension. And that's one of those things that I never forgot. And it was very difficult for me. And it got worse and worse. And people would make fun of me and, draw silly drawings of me up on a cross and things like that. I mean, just really, really tortured me for my faith in Christ. And of course, because of that, I did turn to the Jubilee Academy, and I did feel that they offered me such a nice reprieve from all those things. It's not that I gave up by any means, but it's just that I chose to be able to worship God and also do it at home and learn at home. And I realized I can do both at home, and there wouldn't be any consequence that's negative for me. So I actually felt like I got saved in that sense, from even wanting to consider things like suicide, or feeling like drugs or alcohol were a way to deal with being bullied. And that's why I'm telling you this today, that you can do the same. You can go right to the jubileeacademy.org. You can check it out. You can see for yourself what I'm talking about. There are alternatives, people. Not to get all even more crazier with my stories, but I had also lived in Japan for a brief time. This was after I got out of high school. And, over in Japan, bullying is a huge problem. In fact, kids regularly and unfortunately kill themselves in record numbers over there because of it. In Japan, it's called ijime. And ijime, of course, is something that we see in America and all over the world. But in Japan, I saw it to unbelievable, extraordinary levels of just cruelty. I mean, one girl I knew that was in high school, she had tacks stuck in her shoes that she wore from students when she got changed into her gym clothes. I mean, tacks, can you imagine? She put her foot in there, didn't think anything of it, had to go to the hospital. And that's just the beginning of it. So, it is a worldwide thing. So it doesn't matter if you're American or Japanese or anything really. If you're a high school student, a grade school student, if you're being bullied, there are definitely places to go. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be physical bullying. It could be social media bullying, because a lot of people love to hide behind the anonymity of being online and getting onto your Facebook or your Twitter and just destroying you for no reason other than it just probably makes that person feel good. And you don't have to deal with that, because that kind of stuff can wreak havoc on you. If you go to a place like the Jubilee Academy, they have like a social center where you can converse and talk to people of faith and people that you're going to school with, technically, although they're going to school at their homes and you're going to school at your home. But no matter the case, you can be put in a situation that you can feel completely safe, because in that particular instance of that social setting online, it's all monitored. So if anything gets out of hand or crazy or even remotely offensive, that person's gone. It doesn't happen. Things are talked and discussed over and over again in that instance. And most of all, your self-esteem is protected, as it should be, as you're growing up. So look, if this sounds good for you, and hopefully it does, or if you're somebody that has been bullying, or if you're being bullied currently, okay, or maybe somebody that's being bullied, first of all, suicide is not the answer. Going and turning to drugs is not the answer. Going and drinking yourself to excess is not the answer. What is the answer is to do something positive about it, and that is to enroll yourself in an online home-based education. If you're Christian, even better, because then you can go to a place like the jubileeacademy.org and you can get a Christian online-based education. In fact, you don't even necessarily need to be Christian to go to the jubileeacademy.org, because they open their doors to everyone. As long as you have a willingness and desire to learn and you want to be safe learning, you can go to the Jubilee Academy and you can check it out and you can see for yourself exactly what I'm talking about. So look, do yourself a favor and do just that. Just click the link right below this video and it'll take you right there, and you can see for yourself, and more importantly, you can get the help that you so fully deserve. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Good luck. And if you are somebody out there hurting, you don't have to hurt anymore. Okay, I'm living proof that you don't have to hurt anymore, because if I had stayed in school, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know if my faith could have taken it and I could have broken. And believe me, I sympathize and empathize with every single one of you out there who are experiencing the same kind of bullying that I went through, or perhaps worse. Even if it isn't worse, it doesn't matter. You don't deserve it at all. What you deserve is to be basked in Christ's love and glory and goodness. And that's what you should be aiming for every single step of the day, because he's willing to give it to you. So get yourself going, get into the jubileeacademy.org or wherever you need to go, and get out of that situation, and do it now before it's too late. I wish you all the best. Seriously, God bless you, and hopefully this works for you. Take care.